Warcraft
Shadowlands story pulls
9.2.
together threads that started in Warcraft 3 and wove their way through many of our expansions.
Started in Warcraft 3 and wove their way through many of our expansions. Yeah, about that. About that. What about all the retcons? Or do those not count?
We approached it like a drama in 3 acts. Now, as the third and final act begins of the saga, we need to stop the jailer from reaching his ultimate goal, which is to rewrite the rules of reality. Eternity's End serves as the final chapter of one book of the Warcraft saga.
Eternity's End! Oh, you guys want to hear a good one? You guys want to hear a really good one? I wonder if I should leak it. Fuck it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I should. Do I even still have it here? Did I delete it? Where the hell is this? There we go. This is hilarious, dude. This is fucking hilarious. So I received. Wait, does this have? I don't think this has anything that I'll leak. Yeah. Anyway. Fuck it. So I received a PR blast. I receive these all the time. And it's like, anunciamos la actualización de contenido 9.1. 9.1 of Shadowlands. And I was like, what? And then literally in the email, la actualización contenido 9.2, 9.2. Okay? They can't even do their PR blasts right. All right.
The jailer has the advantage. He has seized the sigils of the leaders of the Four Covenants.
We see Sylvanas realize that she's been a pawn in the jailer's game this entire time, and she refuses to serve him, and she's taken prisoner.
The jailer is able to open a portal to who knows where, taking Anduin with him.
Sylvanas refuses to serve him after serving him throughout an entire expansion. She's like, what? Serve? I don't do that. Literally been doing it this whole time, bitch. He's like, God damn it. I'm going to shoot an arrow at you for that.
The Primus had us take some time to retrieve some new sigils.
Now we have gathered our forces. We are working with the Primus to open our own gateway to pursue the jailer to this realm unlike any we've seen before.
Zereth Mortis.
The Primus opens a portal, and we come into this alien land. It's completely white, foggy. We're walking on water for some reason.
They can only make out some shapes, some figures there, some crazy devices and consoles.
We're walking on water because we're fucking Jesus. That's why.
Eventually, you make your way to a giant gate, and behind it lies Zereth Mortis.
Zereth Mortis was created by the first ones, and it is intended to create afterlives.
Think of it as being tucked away in the fabric of the Shadowlands itself. It's kind of the behind the scenes of these afterlives that we've journeyed to.
It's the land where the progenitors, the first ones who created all of the realms of the Shadowlands, this is their workshop.
They've created everything we've experienced in Azeroth and Shadowlands and even realms we haven't discovered yet.
These first ones built the universe as far as we know, but their intentions or methods are complete.
And who created the first ones? Because, I mean, initially when World of Warcraft started, it was the Titans. The Titans created, you know, everything. But now, apparently, it was the first ones who created the Titans. But, you know, are they the last ones? Or is Blizzard going to like, okay, give us one more level. Whoop. Now there's the like you guys are saying, the zero ones. Yeah.
Unknown.
But of course, the jailer's presence here is disrupting this process. And we're working to push back against the jailer's forces and protect this place.
I think the artists have done a fantastic job. And I know they did a lot of research and they looked at a lot of real-life examples of very strange places in the real world.
As a team, we were really trying to make this place as alien as possible. So we really wanted to make everything feel completely unique and completely different. Our trees here are floating. We have stones that are floating. We even have the massive Forge of Afterlives that is floating in the center of the zone.
And true to its name, it's something that is kind of putting together a new afterlife to be sent out into the Shadowlands.
We have this water all around you because water is really the catalyst for...
What the hell is an afterlife? What is an afterlife in World of Warcraft terms? What the fuck does that mean? I've lost the plot, team. The fuck is an afterlife? Does anybody know? The opposite of your before life? Let me see. WoW. Afterlife. Is Shadowlands the afterlife? The entire World of War takes place in the afterlife, taking place into the realms of the Shadowlands. How many afterlives are there in Shadowlands? 4. Okay. Okay, I know what they are now then. If it's 4, I know what they are. So the afterlives are Rivendreth, Bastion, whatever the fucking elves place is called, and Rock Concert. It's like, listen, here's your choice. Here's your choice of afterlife in World of Warcraft, okay? You can be a bitch and go to Bastion, and I was a bitch. I went to Bastion. You can be an edgelord and go to Rivendreth. You can be a tree hugger and go to... What was the name of the place again? I don't know. You go to Tree Hugger place, okay? You go to the fucking Winter Queen. Or you can be a badass and you can go to a rock concert. Okay? Those are your 4 choices of afterlife in World of Warcraft. So basically that thing, it's a fucking Russian doll afterlife. So basically, that thing is creating the afterlife. So it's going to make another one. It's going to make a 5th one.
Any kind of creation.
It's actually unlike any other water that we've seen before. This is actually water that we can walk on. It almost creates like a threshold between Zereth Mortis and some other kind of more primordial space right below it. Everything you see in Zereth Mortis has a purpose, an intention behind it. For us, it was really important to find ways to convey that intention in the environment itself. And one of the ways in which we did it was through this duality between a lush and a dry biome. In the dry biome, we see perhaps what the original look of the zone was when the progenitors were first establishing this workspace for themselves. And in the lush biome, we see the result of their experimentation with plant life and fauna and things like that.
These are all test beds for what we'll eventually see elsewhere.
I got some serious, like...
From there, we started
of,
thinking about what kinds of creatures would be in this place that are...
What was that place with the Silithids and whatnot? I got some vibes of that. And fucking... I forget the name. God damn.
Fundamentally prototypes. There's terraforming here. There's creatures that are building afterlives. We tried to really stretch and think what that might be like.
My personal favorite includes the giant armored snail, and we also have a progenitor chicken, which answers the question of what came first.
These first ones who crafted Zereth Mortis, what they left behind were the Automa, meant to take care of the place and make sure that it fulfilled its function to create afterlives.
The Automa have several different classes, and you can see this in their silhouettes. We have the builders, we have the protectors, we have the casters, and each one of them have a specific role within the Shadowlands. And then you'll also discover the Jiro, which are a part of the Automa. They're a little more quirky, they have a little more personality, they are a little more sentient than the other Automa, so some of them even split off to pursue their own desires.
Unfortunately, when we found our way in, Devourers also found their way in. They are ravenous.
They're consuming this weird energy, and it's causing them to mutate and to fall apart.
And the Automa, where they are confronted by them, some of them are fighting them off.
And so it's going to take some time for them to understand that we're here trying to help them drive out this threat.
The Enlightened.
Fortunately, we've got some allies. There are some Enlightened brokers here that we're going to be working with.
But it's a broker that arrived here quite a long time ago and has had a change of heart from looking at the world as a very transactional place to seeing this place as a holy place, a sacred place. We meet an enlightened one named Fareem, and Fareem needs our assistance, and in return, he leads us to Haven,
which is...
Okay, so look, am I fucking crazy? Like seriously, please somebody tell me if I'm fucking crazy here. Please just tell me if I'm crazy. But is your storytelling so bad that you have to literally present the characters to me and tell me, oh, this character is going to be the one that, you know, you're going to talk with him. He's going to be the liaison between you and these automata because, you know, you're not going to be able to speak with them. So there's this guy who actually came from the void because he's like a void merchant or whatever. And, you know, now he's had a change of heart. How about... Can I play the game and experience the story? Or is that not a thing that we do anymore? Jesus fucking Christ, dude. They have no faith whatsoever in their own storytelling. They have no faith whatsoever. There's literally no faith. Imagine Yoshi P going like, oh yeah, and then we're gonna, you know, Emmett Selk is narrating this trailer because, you know, Emmett Selk is actually going to be coming back because we didn't actually kill him. So he'll be coming back and he's going to be helping the Warriors of Light along on their journey as they try to stop the rejoining from happening, as they try to fight off Asai as well as Xenos, because of course, but also Xenos is not as black and white as it seems because Xenos actually has a different desire that we're not aware of yet, but let me tell you what it is before you actually get to experience it in the fucking game. What the fuck, dude? I didn't spoil anything.
Hub that has been created out of progenitor ruins, and this is where the Enlightened really have made their home.
Haven serves as our foothold here, as well as use it as a base of operations and really start unlocking the mysteries of this land.
The Enlightened brokers are intent on protecting and preserving the work of the first ones here, but now they're seeing Zoval bring his forces against the Automa and tear up the land, and they are eager for assistance.
Guys, nothing of what I said is a spoiler. Relax. Relax.
The brokers themselves are very ostentatious, they're very into materialism, but the Enlightened are not that at all. They have relinquished this material way, and you'll see this reflected in their clothes. They're a little tattered, they're a little faded, because it just isn't important to them anymore. They're just here.
Oops. It's like, listen, we've gone to all of this trouble to communicate visually what's happened with them, but we're going to hammer you over the head with it to make sure that you can actually understand.
Here for the pursuit of knowledge.
When players arrive, they're kind of fishes out of water. And one of the first things that we have to do is start learning how to communicate with the Automa. Think of it as a kind of runic language, based in symbols.
We will bond with a small construct who's pretty cute, actually. And with his assistance...
These are literally... I mean, if not... No, I guess nobody gives a fuck about the story anymore. So basically, they're just going to tell you the story. Like, that's it. You're going to bond with this construct. Then you're going to meet this merchant. Then you're going to do this thing. And it's like, okay, well, keep telling me all of the things that I'm going to do.
And the assistance of Fareem,
please continue.
We will learn eventually how to understand the symbols through the cipher of the first ones.
We'll uncover different parts of this alphabet and start to learn more about the progenitors and Zereth Mortis itself.
Let me guess, it's the new renown system. We're going to be gaining like a new letter of the alphabet every week.
It will allow you to unlock new and different forms of content. So that can range from daily quests to new options on the vendors.
Oh my God, I was joking. What? What? I was joking. I'm sorry. I cursed you. I cursed all of you that care about WoW. I'm so sorry. What the fuck? I was joking. Dude, it was a joke. Oh, no.
To places to explore and new side quests that open up. So it's really the gateway to exploring the far reaches of Zereth Mortis.
As we looked into the development of Cypher of the First Ones, we wanted something that was unique that players haven't seen before. A little bit of familiarity, but something that takes that to the next level.
We really involved the whole team in this creative process. We worked with our UI team to be able to represent those through text, through these things talking and seeing them on screen in chat bubbles and in our chat window. Little by little, these kind of runes start taking shape into words that we recognize. But it's going to be a process that unfolds over the course of playing through Eternity's End.
Time-gated content. You get some time. Some time-gated content. You get to play the game every day, every week. We don't care if it's fun or if the content's weak. You get to play the game. You play the game and you grind your fucking balls out in daily quests every fucking day. Yeah!
The Automa speak in this kind of musical language. They don't talk the way that we mortals are used to speaking. The sound team was super excited. They jumped in, they started prototyping all kinds of different sounds. We listened, we gave feedback. And we really ended up in a cool place. As you're playing through and gradually unlocking the language, you'll be able to see those words that they're saying, but still hear those tones.
I bet those are AI-generated sounds. I bet you. Dude, I 100% bet you. I bet you that Blizzard was like, hey, dude, you know what? Can we just get some, like, random bullshit generated by an AI that doesn't blow up people's eardrums? Yeah, sure. They're just like, oh, look at that. It makes like blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, generate me like 1,000 different one of those, and then just like we'll give them to random NPCs through the game. Boom, done.
The jailer's true goal has never really been to escape the Maw or to gain power. He's been focused on reaching this place called the Sepulcher, to go into this place of power and to really rewrite the rules of the universe. We'll learn that the jailer has breached the Sepulcher of the First Ones, and this becomes our new raid for Eternity's End. We're gonna
This is the best, dude. This is just like the best. We're going to learn that he's breached the Sepulcher. So are you going to show? No. You're going to learn. What do you mean I'm going to learn? Well, I just told you. Now you know. Oh. Well, thanks, I guess. You're gonna learn that he just breached the Sepulcher. Okay. And that's gonna be the raid. All right then. Okay, I guess we go do the raid because he breached the Sepulcher. Well, what's he doing there? I don't know, but it's been his plan all along.
We're going to gather our forces. We're going to pursue the jailer inside. Once you go inside the Sepulcher, there's some mind-blowing visuals. This is a place that should not be able to exist according to the laws of physics as we know them on Azeroth. Just looking out into this impossible sky of seeing these ancient works of the First Ones, those laws don't apply to anything we see here.
Among the bosses that we're going to face in Sepulcher of the First Ones include the jailer's forces, maybe a dreadlord or two that you haven't tied up loose ends with. We'll face a consular. This is similar to a being like
oh, this
Algalon.
Is great, dude. Yeah, keep telling me more stuff, you know? It's just like I'm sorry for people that are like mega invested in WoW lore and stuff like that, but it's just I look at this presentation and I just imagine like Yoshi P just grabbing like the list of bosses and going like, okay, so you're going to fight this one, then you're going to fight this one, then you're going to fight this one, and just letting people know. And by the way, you're fighting this one because of this, you're fighting that one because it's like, really, dude? You know, when the raid comes out, I'll see what I'm fighting. You know? Shit, I didn't even want it to know what the raid was. If I was an interested player, I'd be like, I don't even know. I want to know what the raid is. I just want to know that there's a raid. You can just tell me, hey, by the way, there's a raid. You're going to love it. It's going to be amazing. There you go. Boom, done. That's all you had to do. And then you could show me the jailer breaking into the Sepulcher and doing all of these things. And maybe in that cutscene, you could explain to me why is so important. Well, yeah, actually, what is the importance of the jailer breaking into the Sepulcher in regards to the automatas and all of this stuff, you know? But no, just tell it to me in the video. You know what? As a matter of fact, tell you what, just tell me how the raid ends.
The jailer's gotten to it and has infused his domination magic into the consular. Before we get to the jailer, however, we need to get to Anduin first.
Wait. What did
Our
you
hope
just say?
is that ends with will face a consular. This is similar to a being like Algalon, but the jailer's gotten to it and has infused his domination magic into the consular.
Oh, okay. So there's a boss in there that was dominated by the jailer. It's a good thing that you told me because I probably would have never figured that shit out by myself.
Before we get to the jailer, however, we need to get to Anduin first. Our hope is that we can learn whatever Anduin knows about domination magic. We need to be able
Why is Anduin so big? He's a big boy.
to resist it, or better yet, fight it.
I know.
We
I
know
saw
players
it.
have been waiting a long time for the return of tier sets, and as devs, we have too.
It's a great blend of progenitor magic, golds, and metals, along with those class-defining silhouettes. Wolves for shamans, pointy things for rogues. It's going to look amazing.
Our class and combat team was super excited to bring class sets back. This is something that felt really right for the story. We're in the final act of the Shadowlands saga. We're here literally on the brink at eternity's end. And what better place to fully unleash the power of these classes? And I think players will really enjoy the return of those class sets just as much as the team enjoyed making them.
How do you make something that is mystical and magical and incomprehensible and yet understandable? I think we've done a good job of finding that line.
The team as a whole has been working so hard, and we are so excited to get this out for everyone.
We're gonna get new mounts, new pets.
In the store.
Horrifying for me, but exciting for some is the fact that, some of the spider mounts can now fly. Who needs flying spiders? But that's also going to be a cool thing for people.
We have updates to professions, to soulbinds, to conduits. There's a new dancing...
Yes! Updates to conduits! Yes! And new soul binds, oh man! Woo!
minigame in Darkmoon Fair.
I'm a story guy, so I'm super geeked about watching players kind of piece together those little lore tidbits. That's
Why do I have to piece it together? You just told it to me. You just told me that, all of this shit is happening that because, the jailer broke into the Sepulcher and that was his plan all along. He didn't care about getting the other stuff. It's like, you just told me. What exactly am I going to piece together? You just told me one of the bosses got dominated by the jailer. Blizzard needs to learn show, don't tell. It's not show and tell. It's show, don't tell.
what excites me as well.
I'm really looking forward to Season 3 of Mythic Plus. Tazavesh is getting split into 2 dungeons. If you're a raider, if you chase Keystone Master, if you're an achievement collector, there's something for everyone to do in this.
Shadowlands is like the final chapter of one book of the Warcraft saga, and our team is already hard at work on the next stories to come. Can't talk.
Sorry, guys. We know we completely fucked up this expansion. Don't worry about it. We're working on the next one already so that we can get more money out of you. Ding!
About them quite yet, but when the time is right, we're going to be really excited to share them with you.
Katamai, they show bosses, but they don't tell you like, oh yeah, this boss is this thing because of that thing, because of the other thing. That's the difference. And also, I'm sorry. I know that my face cam's kind of dark. It's because I can't handle lights in my face right now because of my eye infection. It's photosensitive. Level 60 character boost now available. There comes a time in every hero's journey when they need a helping hand to get them over the hump and right back into the action. With the level 60 character boost, Level 60 character boost not available in World of Warcraft Classic or Burning Crusade Classic. You can instantly grant one character a one-time boost to level 60 so they're ready to get back into the action with the latest content Shadowlands has to offer and prepare for the continuing story in Eternity's End. Bring your hero up to speed and get ready for your next thrilling adventure. Boost now! For the low, low price of $60. And let me tell you right now, okay? Look, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. Look, it's your money. You do whatever the fuck you want, all right? I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this shit anymore. This is your money. You do whatever the fuck you want. But if you buy this, I think you're a fucking imbecile. There, I said it. Hey, you know, it is what it is. I don't resent you. You know, I don't mind if you do it. You put your money wherever the fuck you want. You do whatever the fuck you want, okay? Listen, I've told this to personal friends of mine. Like, there's a friend of mine. I love this friend of mine. But this friend of mine bought Aliens Colonial Marines. And then he told me, dude, I bought Aliens Colonial Marines for like $5. And I'm like, you're a fucking imbecile. I still love my friend, but he's a fucking imbecile. This is a fact of life. It is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And it's like, if you buy this, I think the same thing of you. You know, you might be someone that I actually care for, whatever, do whatever you want. I still think you're a fucking imbecile, you know? I'm not saying this to insult you. Well, a little bit. But, you know, I'm not saying this is like, oh, I hate you, I can't stand you. It's like, I just think you're a fucking idiot. Sorry. It is what it is. Like, look, if you're playing a game that requires you to pay... Okay, so for starters, let's get this straight. How much does it cost right now to buy World of Warcraft with the latest expansion? Okay, how much does it cost? Let me see. World of Warcraft. What can I search? Warcraft. World of Warcraft 3 trial. No, World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Enter the Shadowlands available right now. Epic Edition, Heroic Edition, Base Edition. Wait, the Base Edition, does it include the game? It's like, if I buy this, can I actually just play the game? Can I just play the game if I... No, it's just World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Doesn't say anything about regular World of Warcraft. Okay, let's assume that you can play it. Let's assume that you can play it with just the base edition, okay? So you're paying $40 to be able to play this game. Then on top of those $40, you're paying $15 a month to play this game. And then on top of that, you're going to pay $60 to not play the game, on which you already paid $55 for. Okay? That's what that is. Okay? You're paying $60 to not play the game that you've played $55 for. That's what you're doing. That's what, you know? So, yeah, I think you're an idiot. I'm sorry. But you go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to pay $60 to get a free level 60 character that has no achievements that you... It's like, listen, here's the other thing too. An RPG, to me personally, an RPG is about you level up a character from level 1 to whatever level you want your character to be. That's what an RPG is to me. You know, I grab my character and I play my character to level, you know, whatever the max level of the game is. And then I have adventures on my character. And I remember the adventures that I've had along the way in this character that I've played. This is one of the reasons why I've always struggled to play alts. I've always struggled to play alts because I can't relate to them. This is why I get burned out, because, you know, for some strange fucking reason, I can never play my warrior at the beginning of an expansion because it's dog shit. Because it's a dog shit class at the beginning of every single fucking expansion. And I just like, can I raid on my protection warrior? No. Fuck you. Your warrior was too powerful during vanilla World of Warcraft, and therefore he's going to be taking it up the ass for the rest of existence. But anyways, besides the point, you know, that's one of the reasons why I was never able to get into like, okay, BFA, because in order for me to play BFA effectively, I'd have to play a monk. Then in order for me to play Shadowlands effectively, I'd have to play a paladin. And it's like, no, I don't have an attachment to those characters, because those are not the characters in which I leveled up in vanilla, in which I tanked and raided in the Burning Crusade, in which I tanked and raided in Wrath of the Lich King. You know? It's not that character. And I never get attached to it. And I'd be surprised if anyone's able to get attached to a fucking boosted character. But, you know, you do you. You do whatever the fuck you want. Go be an idiot. Also interesting that they're like, oh, here's all of this content. And by the way, we're going to give you a fucking character boost. Yeah. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeesh.